All right, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Hey, welcome back, fam. Welcome back. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Media Hijack. This is episode 187. Before we get started, if you guys want to get official Media Hijack t-shirts like this one right here. Oh, can't see it. This one right here. You can head up to the MediaHijack.com, grab you some official Media Hijack t-shirts. Also, if you guys want to catch the replay for this live Twitch video, we're live every Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. You guys can check out our YouTube channel. And for audio listeners, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. We're on all the major platforms out there, even Google.
Hey.
Give us that 5 stars. All right, so first topic for the night. We're going to be talking about how the Amazon tribe got access to the internet thanks to Elon Musk and his Starlink satellites and what's happening with them right now. And I'll let Chris lead us off with this topic.
Oh, hell has broken loose. All right. So I heard about this on a podcast called Internet Today. That's when I first heard about this story. And then I tried to go on New York Times. And because I've been on New York Times a lot, I couldn't really read the article of this. So I had to basically scrape this story together. But it's gone. I got it though. I got the story for you guys. So basically, first of all. I knew this as soon as I read the title of this article. I knew this was a bad idea, not because of Elon Musk, because Elon Musk, he is who he is to me at this point. He's kind of like Kanye. I just don't want to pay attention to those two anymore. I kind of just go through my life. I'm like, yeah, they doing whatever. But so when I heard about this thing with Starlink, Elon Musk, I'm like, I know it's gonna fail, not because of Elon, because I don't think everybody is built for the internet, or should maybe maybe they just should just be cool without the internet. So and yeah, this situation kind of got kind of crazy there. That unfolded, But so this story actually gets started from was it New York Times? This guy that wrote the article, his name's Jack Nicas, and it's Nicas, not what it sounds like. But
I'm glad I didn't read that article.
And he is a journalist who actually went to the Amazon rainforest to meet the Marubo tribe. He did like a 50-mile hike and everything to get to these people.
A 50-mile hike?
50 miles, man, through the Amazon, boy.
That's like walking from Plain County to Smyrna, Georgia or some shit.
Right? He went on the grind, man, 50 miles to see these people when he got there. He went there because back in, what was it? I think it's in 2022, I want to say. Yeah. In 2022, Elon Musk had actually showed up to the Marubo tribe, or actually to Brazil. Him and Jair Bolsonaro, who, if anybody knows this dude, he used to be the president of Brazil. They got his ass up out of there a couple years ago because he was planning on flattening 30% of the Amazon rainforest. He wanted to make them all. Yeah, and everybody in Brazil was like, oh, fuck no, you got to go, man. That's contributes to a huge part of the Earth's oxygen. So they got his crazy ass up out of there. But him and Elon and a couple other people had a plan of hey, we should get some of these remote tribes out here in Brazil. Let's get them connected to the rest of the world. And that's pretty much where it started from there, as far as the internet being set up. And so the journalist, back to this journalist dude, what was his name again? Jack Nicas. So back to this dude, Jack. He's the journalist from New York Times. He traveled 50 miles to get to the same Marubo tribe that, like I said, Elon and Bolsonaro came and visited and wanted to set up a connection. So he goes there and he actually has these first-hand accounts. He interviews all these people within the Marubo tribe on what happened and how it got to this point of where people in this town started getting addicted to this internet scams and all types of stuff. And they started realizing their community was now getting lazier. So this is the account of how it all started, right?
So they gave them computers too, right? They didn't just give them the internet access. They gave them all computers.
Dude, and this is the reason why I knew this was going to work out, because you're right. I'm glad you mentioned that, because they had them hit the ground running. They gave them Starlink and cell phones they can
communicate.
almost instantly. Where with us here in America and other parts of the world, a lot of us had to start from just like dial up. You know what I'm saying? And had to work our way up to having cell phones and then being so attached to it. Where they just got it and it just kind of like boom. There was like no integration into that type of like technology like how we had. So and I think just kind of it's staring it into this direction of like, oh shit, they're like. It's hitting them a little bit different, like how it's hitting us. I think.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's too much stuff at one time, too fast.
Yeah, overload.
Like that's what happened. Like if let's say like in the beginning, right? If the aliens came down and gave us all this technology in the beginning, we'd probably be in the same shoes like that tribe.
Hell yeah.
Where we can't get nothing done.
Yeah, because you mentioned that plenty of times too, saying like that hey, we got this tech, but we ain't ready for the next level of it because we can't even handle the shit we got here. So
right, so they did it slowly by surely. They gave us little tech, like little by little, every year,
right.
To where it got to this point. Because you can't just drop a whole load on them. Like, hey, here's how the whole world is.
Boom, have fun, and
all they did was hunt and ate and slept the whole time. And like, what the hell? This is happening right now in this world.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much.
What does people getting killed in Gaza and in like with Israel and like what the atomic bombs? It was like
they're learning the history of the world and like what the hell this happened when because their counter is probably different.
Like World War II. What the fuck? What the hell?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, so like the leaders of this remote tribe in the Amazon rainforest have shared their experiences with the challenges brought by the internet. They have discovered how problems like social media addiction, exposure to pornography, and falling for online scams have impacted the community. So how this story actually started was this guy named Enrique Marubo, right? And so Marubo is actually the name of the tribe as well too. Everybody in the tribe has the same last name, Marubo. So it's like your name is like your tribe is your name and your last name. And so Enrique, he's like this 40-year-old guy, right? He is a millennial who was living with his tribe and at the same time living back in Brazil. So he was living like this double life of living in the city and also living back with his people back, in the Amazon. And so there were like some elders within the Marubo tribe who were like, hey, can we like get some internet access going on? Because, we kind of want to like, we're kind of curious to see how this works in our community. And so Marubo being the guy who had the connections, because he had a connection somehow to Elon Musk and Bolsonaro. Because he actually worked for like a Coca-Cola company, and he was actually he was a graphics designer. And somehow, somewhere, he had a connection with Elon Musk and as well as Bolsonaro. And he was actually able to get in contact and say, hey, can you help my tribe get, some internet, some Starlink connection? And they was able to set up the whole thing. They set up like a post for it, set up wiring. They said when they first got the everything all set up online, they used the internet to contact a lady in Idaho. And that was the first time they ever had contact that far, ever.
Like they called them like on their cell phone?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they did like a voice chat or something, but they got in contact with a lady on it, like on a computer. And it's like, hey, I'm so-so. And some lady who I guess worked for Starlink received a message and said, but like, I don't know if it was like there was a message or if it was a video, but they was like, they contact each other. And it was like, oh shit, for them it was like discovering life on another planet. So it was like, oh shit, basically. This is crazy. And so, says the Marubo tribe is around 2,000 members, resides deep in Amazon rainforest along to Iuti River, sorry. For generations, the tribe maintained a way of life relatively untouched by modern technology. This changed in September of the previous year when they were introduced to Starlink, the satellite internet service founded by Elon Musk and SpaceX. Starlink revolutionized over 6,000 because they had like actually too. I didn't even know this. With over 6,000 low orbiting satellites providing high speed internet, even the most isolated areas such as the Saharan Desert and the Mongolian plains are now online. Boy, Starlink is making a web across the world, man. They try to make sure you ain't everybody on this shit.
Yeah, they want to make sure everybody can apply for the job and don't have no excuses.
Right. So we want some remote. Oh, what if this could be like some kind of weird way to do like slave labor, but through remote working? Like we can get people to work from anywhere in the world through the internet instead of having to pay. Man, I just thought about this.
Because like you heard about like what Roblox is doing.
Yes.
So the company Roblox was just a game that a lot of kids play. Like they're paying kids like I think in Switzerland or somewhere out there like $14 an hour to run like a shop in Roblox servers.
Wow.
Yeah, no, not 14, maybe like $7 or some shit like that.
Either way, that shit sucks.
Yeah, but there's a yeah, I forgot what
To
company it
run
was.
that much?
Yeah, I think it was IKEA to run a server on Roblox.
Mm.
It's something like that, but they're paying kids on Roblox to run a store on a video game.
Man.
And I could see this happening like for the new Grand Theft Auto game that's gonna come out.
Child labor?
It could be like a system on there where people can actually work on there
Yeah.
and
Instead
make
of having to
money.
be,
Like
yeah, because
real
all
money.
them developer companies have been crashing. Like they've been like firing people over the past seems like the past decade. Developer companies being shut down, everybody getting put out of work, and I could kind of see that going in the direction of what you're saying. Though, it's like a new source of like a workforce.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Like you just work at the convenience store, but in a game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you gotta
Have
pretend
fun.
like you're at a convenience store.
Yeah, because I know some people that like to play real life work in games. I'm not one of those people. I play a game to get away from the world. I don't like playing like, hey, drive this
Like
taxi
survival
somewhere.
games.
Yeah, let me do some crazy shit. I'm not trying to play like
Yeah,
no
I like
work
playing
game.
survival games. Like I'd rather cut wood in a game than cut wood in real life.
Right.
For
I know
like
some people that like to play
6
cooking games
hours.
and
Like
stuff.
I remember I played this one game. It's called The Forest, and it took me like 6 hours to build a whole like log cabin.
Mm.
And the whole
Damn.
time I was cutting wood the whole time, just to build this cabin up.
See, it's fun. I think the thing is, a lot of people want to do those things in real life. It's just that they don't want to spend the amount of energy to do it in real life. So it's more fun to do in a game. Like, yeah, I can build this.
Right? It's
About
weird.
a cabin, that shit would
It's a
suck.
weird psychology effect, you know. Like doing it in the game, it's like, oh, it's so effortless. But then
Like
when
that game
when
Second
it comes
Life.
to like real chores, like, nah, I'm not. I don't know about that
Right.
laundry.
But I'm gonna go to work in my Second Life game. Like,
Yeah, it's like I'd rather go to work in the video game.
fuck, I want to go to work. But I'm gonna go to work as soon as I get home. I'm gonna go right to
Yeah,
work.
that's crazy. Humans are wow.
Humans are funny. It says, okay, it says, however, alongside these benefits became like unforeseen changes because like the town itself, like, okay, so the Marubo tribe, they actually lived, I want to say 50 miles away from the nearest town. And so the reason why the idea for technology popped into the elders' heads, though, is because like sometimes they go to that town for supplies and stuff. And I guess when they was going around town, they probably may have talked to some people while they was there, saw that they had like cell phones. It sounds like kind of like how Mormons were when they first, because I think Mormons can use cell phones now too. At least they could let out to use like maybe not Mormons. What I'm thinking of, Amish people. I think
yeah,
maybe I'm thinking
Amish.
of Amish.
Yeah.
Amish folks, yes. They have access to the internet now, but only like that's monitored and only for a certain amount, I guess. Supposedly they did monitor it, and the only reason why they was able to learn that is because every now and again you'll see them out here in stores around us in line doing cell phone stuff, and they probably be like, "Oh, what's this? Who?" in the grocery store. And so I feel like that's pretty much what happened with the Marubo tribe as well too, where they was going to the town, grabbing supplies for their people, and then interacting with some of the locals. They're like, "Hey man, cell phones," and then now they're like, "Oh, let's take a look at this." And so they said like one of the things that benefit from it is like people that got bit by snakes out there. From back in the day, before they had all this set up, they used to have like use radio, like call on the radio if somebody got bit by a snake, and there's like this whole process they had to go through to get help. Now it's like with internet, it's like you can get somebody out there immediately. Somebody got bit by a snake, wait till they learn about Google and how they can look up shit. They gonna learn how to do it themselves. Like
Shit, wait till they get like Chat GPT.
It's over.
They all
It's
become like
over.
philosophers and shit.
They're
you know?
gonna worship ChatGPT like a god. What?
Yeah, they don't need all that. It's too much. It's too
too much,
fast,
man.
especially for like a tribe that hasn't been, used to any part of like our level of society. Like they don't even know how to mail out a letter yet.
Right.
And now they have access to the whole world at your fingertip.
At an instant, man. Like instantly, like
Right?
get blasted in the
They
face.
skip too many steps.
Like as soon as they get on Twitter, first thing they see is like N-word. It's like, oh, what is this? Like it's too much already.
Yeah, I think like the main reason why it doesn't work like for the tribe is because everything that they do in that tribe, right, it's not even automated yet. It's all done by hand, right? Like if they're groceries, they got to go out and kill it. All the food they go out, the wood they got to cut to get fire, to get light. They all got to do it by hand. Nothing is automated. And the reason why it works like for us, it was a slow progression to where we slowly got machines to do like a lot of the work that humans don't do, right? So it cuts. We progressed to where a lot of the stuff that we do now is been cut in half. Basically saved like so much time. That's why like when we were given like the internet and the access to the world like that, it wasn't that crazy because the world was still running. Like people were still doing their jobs and still putting food on the table. People were still working at so and so. That's why it worked, because it was a slow progression. But for this tribe, that shit wasn't even. It was like they're doing their shit, right? Doing their normal life, and then next thing you know, they gave them all the information.
Right. All at once.
Everything, entertainment, all that shit at one time. And like
because it's like for us, like, okay, we all these streaming services, but for us, we had to start off with like Netflix and shit. But it's like, what? Like, they don't even know what a VHS is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is too much. Yeah,
it's too much too fast. They got all like the fun stuff, but like, holy shit, how could we keep our tribe running when we're so distracted now? We don't have a system for that.
The podcast I listened to, Internet Today, they mentioned this earlier in their podcast, and I never heard of this before, but it said there's like a company that travels around the world and they set up wells in just remote, just remote tribes, right? And some of these remote tribes would go after a certain amount of time, they would destroy the wells that was built by these companies, because in these tribes, they would have like a routine throughout the day where they would take go 20 miles to get water and then 20 miles to walk back. And that was their whole routine of the day. And it's been going on for generations. And so when they built this well, it completely obliterates the workforce in any type of way to where, oh shit, we don't know what to do with our time now because y'all just created a well that's a convenience, and it completely like destabilizes the entire tribe. So they'll destroy the well just to go back to like a time where
somebody give them a board game.
Yeah. And then a lot of times too, these companies build wells when they didn't ask for it. It's like, we never asked for a well. Get the shit out of here, man. You kind of.
I would love
just something like that small is like, it's just crazy how it can disrupt the routine of like an entire community.
Yeah, but if that community wants to progress
but if they want to though,
right? It makes sense. Because it opens up time for like leisure activities.
Yeah, because it sounds like these people in the Marubo tribe, they was down for the internet access at first. They was like, yeah, let's do it. I didn't think they realized the ramifications, how fast that information was going to hit them. I don't know how they somebody said in an article too that they should have gotten like a counseling session or some type of like a training. The town should have got a training on the uses of the internet instead of just like throwing this shit on them, like some kind of class maybe. I heard somebody mention that before, but I don't know if that would work.
They could have like gave them it, but then like block a lot of sites that they didn't need to see yet.
Yeah, lock them shits.
Bob says they're probably running a research on them.
Yes, I was wondering if this is some kind of like, I was thinking the same thing, Bob.
Could be one big research because it's a tribe that hasn't been touched by technology. Let's see what happens when we give them all the technology at one time. Let's see how they react. That's good studied, if you think about it.
This is going to go down in history as like, oh shit, this is the effects of the internet. And how, because to us, it's like the internet is the internet. It's always been here, but what does it look like when somebody else who's never used it look like? What does it look like for them?
Right.
Because obviously their reaction is going to be a lot different from even how we reacted to the internet when we first got it. We wouldn't even like, we got, I don't know, we did get like rotten.com. I don't know, we had some wild shit.
Yeah, dude, maybe like the people like above us, they're like, all right, let's give them the internet now. Let's see how they react. And then they're looking at our behavior, and then like, all right, let's fast forward 30 years. Let's see what's happening to them after we gave them the internet for this long. Nothing. Meme culture. Dude, everything. Like we're basically living a movie right now. But then now we're doing the same thing to a tribe. Like, all right, here you go. Here's the internet.
Right. And this took 9 months to happen too. This only took 9 months. I think it was like 9 months for when they got to the internet to where the story got picked up now for what happened like from the beginning. 9 months to change the entire like the whole everything, the entire life. As what what's his name? Enrique, the guy who was like the 41-year-old dude who was like the millennial. Because Enrique is like the millennial guy of the tribe, but he's like one of the I think one of the younger like leaders of the tribe, and that's how he was able to convince the elders and stuff like, hey, let's get some technology over here. That's because like he was like, hey, y'all old folks need to sit the fuck down. We need to rise up because we can't keep living like this. And so he says,
They
Enrique
probably don't
said,
live there no more
what's that?
because they got access to Google Maps. They're like, we getting the fuck out of here.
We ain't gotta stay here no more.
This trail leads to here.
You told me.
Get the fuck out of here, elder man.
You told me there was nothing past that tree. Like, that's the whole world.
The dude halfway like across the world by now.
Yeah, he out of there. Yeah, so Enrique says, it changed the routine so much that it was detriment. He says, in the village, if you don't hunt and fish and plant, you don't eat. Leaders realized they needed these limits. So the internet would be switched on for only 2 hours in the morning, 5 hours in the evening, and all day Sunday. And it said during those windows, many of the Marubo people were crouched over or reclined in hammocks and their phones. Like those days, they were like out, bro. It was like, I'm on the phone. I ain't reading I'm not playing with no outside no more. So
Get that dirt out of my face.
Yeah, because the tribe, at least on some level, realizes like, hey, we can't have them too connected to it. So they set a limit on how much they can take. That's all the ones they could watch. There's probably people sneaking in the internet like outside the schedule. Man,
Yeah, it's gonna happen because they're addicted to it because there's so much information. You know, they're seeing so much new stuff. They're like
somebody landed on the moon god. Like what? No, it's just a rock.
Like somebody
bro.
went up there to that moon. Get the fuck out of here. Bob says, but we are modernized. They're still remote and not exposed to the outside world. Yeah, we spoke about that, and because like they're not exposed to the outside world, they're not equipped to deal with like this type of information like that because their society is not even well developed. You know, like I said before, there's nothing automated like in their tribe. There's no, you can't just go to Home Depot buy wood at that tribe. You got to go cut that wood yourself. You know, you got to get that wood to burn the fire. Like you don't have a stove. You literally got to go get some wood. And if the person that was getting the wood for that day is on TikTok, nobody's eating in the tribe.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody plays a role, man.
Where's the fisherman? He on TikTok.
He on Pornhub. He on Pornhub.
Yeah, he on TikTok, on Pornhub, he doing something else.
Doing a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
When I was reading this article, this shit is sad as it is funny. It's because it's kind of like we're watching this shit in real time of what this shit, like the exposure of the internet is like. The internet is like, it's got a lot of good tools for it. I do think it's helped us as a society learn things a lot faster and be empathetic a little bit more to a lot of bullshit going on in the world. But by and large, internet is also a fucking crazy ass place. It's the Wild West, man. And it's a lot for us that's even been in the internet games since before they even got into it. It's even a lot for us to ingest. So you mean tell me these people are supposed to adjust that quick? So they should have been eased into it, honestly. They should have started with like, I don't know, a payphone. They should give them payphones at first.
Give them a walkie-talkie or something.
Yeah, man. Shit, take it back.
Teach them how to use a radio.
Right. Like, fuck. These people don't know nothing.
Teach them how to,
don't know about this technology we got. Right. It says teenagers became glued to their phones, engaged in gossip-filled group chats, and spent hours on addictive social networks. More alarmingly, the tribe was exposed to violent video games and online scams and misinformation. And there was a guy within a tribe who had two sons. He had they both were like always on their phone, and he found out they was playing like violent video games, and he was scared they were gonna like mimic him. He sounded like some straight boomer shit, but he's like, I want my kids to mimic, because you know them boomers back in the day were like, oh yeah, video games like what causes kids to shoot other kids. Like no, that's just
I don't know. You might never know. It is a tribe.
But yeah, they might take it differently. Yeah,
like if they played Mortal Kombat, they're like, oh, you can kill people like that.
Oh, this is how you do it? Well, my AK, fucking Draco.
See, I really don't like that guy over there. What's his name?
Toot.
It's like a sound. Yeah.
But yeah. So they was concerned. Oh, so the father was like, I deleted my son's games off their devices. But I'm pretty sure they have like some other games hidden somewhere else. So, but I'm worried they're gonna do something about it. They noticed that too, that pornography was starting to be shared on things as like WhatsApp app, which I don't even use that shit. There's so many scams on WhatsApp app, man. That's always some kind of scamology going on. Seems like it comes from India a lot too on WhatsApp. That's why I got off that a long time ago. But they're on WhatsApp as well, and I guess they've been like the younger teenagers been sharing like big booby porn.
Like WhatsApp and Telegram. You ever heard of Telegram? That's like another app where they do fucking crazy shit too. Like, for example, like I heard this story that happened in Korea where this guy, he goes by a doctor and he gets like teenage girls like in middle school to do all these crazy stuff, right? And then people on Telegram, like they pay to be subscribed to this Telegram channel so they can watch these teenagers do crazy shit. For example, because I kind of wanted to cover this story next week, but I'm going to just give you like a gist of what's happening. So they had like these two teenagers in middle school, right? Where they had a camera. They had their mission was to go to like a men's bathroom, set up a camera, and then two girls dressed up in their middle school outfit. This is in Korea, by the way. And then their mission was to lick the dirty ass bathroom floor, like with piss all over the ground. And then the girls, they both look at each other, right? And they're like, it's like, should we, like, are we supposed to do this? Like, they're so sick. And then the other girl's like, yeah, we got to do it. So then the camera shows them licking, like, everything off the floor. And then when they're done licking all the piss off the floor, they give up, like, the pinky sign, which is, like, the signature for, like, the doctor made them do it. They're like, thank you, doctor. Thank you for making us doing this. It's fucking crazy. And, like, there's, like, 260,000 people that pay to watch this on Telegram, and Telegram is an app on your phone. It's not even dark web shit.
Yeah, Telegram is wild, man. That's where like I've never been on Telegram, but I heard that's like a massive site for like racists, man. I've heard of Telegram. I've heard a lot of racists chill out on that shit.
Dude, it's freaking wild, man. And this doctor dude, they call him like a god. Like he can make people do anything. Like like another one, he made a girl, right? She was naked. She had a piece of bag over her head. And then people that pay for these sites, right, the members, they can pay to what happened to the girl that's in the Telegram video. Like there's premium members where they pay thousands of dollars just to see like what's gonna happen to the girl the next day. It's crazy. It's like, and it's on Telegram. It's not dark web. Yeah, it's Telegram shit. Yeah, they're doing dark web shit on Telegram.
And the Telegram just doing its own thing. Ain't nobody trying to crack down on this shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm about to look more than that. I did not know that it was doing that wild shit. I knew Telegram was I always heard it was a weird racist spot, but
the story's called like the end stage, like NTH.
Yeah, NTH.
Like ninth stage, but end stage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. Wow.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Says God damn, that fucked my brain up, man. Telegram weird.
I saw it this morning. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a topic.
Damn, they need to crack down on Telegram. That shit's always been problematic. It says okay, I'm gonna wrap this story up. I'm almost done. Sorry. It says so it said I lost my spot. It says so it's one of the most concerning developments was the access to pornography. Did I read that shit? Okay. Okay, so they was asking some of like the older tribes people like how they felt about the internet, and so they interviewed one of the elders of the tribe, and they were saying like 73-year-old Tanzanama Marabu laminated, young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people.
Them blue eyes.
I got on Reddit too because I was like, I'm gonna see what Reddit's saying about this. Of course, there's some people on Reddit was like, man, fuck that. You know what the fuck you talking about? Look, I realize what she's saying on this level because a lot of these tribes, man, it's like Western culture, which is basically just Europe and America and stuff. Their influence spreads around the world. I know they say Western culture or Western society, which is basically just white people running society and all that. And in a lot of ways, it's no different. Like, it is an empire. I know they use the word like Western culture to kind of soften it up, but it is like the Western culture is an empire that does spread its influence around the world, everywhere. Like, I've gone to countries to where one time it may have been like predominantly like this at one time, but then you put a military base over there, then you start seeing the culture of the American culture spread just because a military base was just put right there in a spot where a country that's values and lifestyle was completely different from America.
Right.
They slowly start to adopt that shit, and then some people just like in the end don't really want to be a part of that because. Like I said, you get like towns like the tribes like the Marubo tribes. I'm pretty sure there was people within their tribes. Like for her, for example, this lady, the 70-year-old lady, who's probably like hearing stories about like, okay, if this is what's going on in the world from what we're hearing about from the townsfolk when we make our runs, then why would we want to be connected to this? We need to stay away from this as far as possible because they're talking about war and shit and fucking
Right.
what? Why we want to be a part of this? And then like some people see it like just as white people society pulling us into their shit, and it's kind of like we don't want to be a part of this mix up.
Yeah.
We got our own system going on, and and another person too said it within the tribe was that says decades ago, this is what somebody said. This like decades ago, the most respected Marubo shaman had visions of handheld devices that can connect with the entire world. It'll be for the good for the people, he said. But in the end, it wouldn't be. In the end, he added, there will be war. So that was one of the elders said. He's like one of the old school shamans back then was saying like, yo, we're going to get the device and it's going to lead us into a war eventually. And
it's happening.
Yeah, so some of these elders are kind of, I can see where they kind of worry. I mean, at the same time, it could be like an effect of being just like how people get older and become more conservative and then kind of shut themselves off to like experiencing anything new. It could be a case of that from the older folks, or it could be a thing where I hope they follow up with this tribe within like a decade from now to see what happened to them, because it could be like some old folks are just tripping and maybe they need to be like learn to accept new things, or maybe these tribes, because like it seems to me that it. Like, I do see, like, on some level where some tribes want internet access, and if that's on them, that's on them. As long as you don't try to force them to do it, because if you do, it becomes a whole thing of, like, how that dude went to the Sentinel Island and tried to, like, talk to them tribals, and they fucking killed his ass, and then he swam out to the island at first, and then they tried to kill him, but he got away, and he came back, and they killed him, and then India authorities couldn't even retrieve his body because it was like, oh yeah, we don't want to disturb anything with these people. So his body's never been found. But he was like some Mormon dude from like I think Louisiana.
I remember that.
And I think like this is like sometimes with the internet, some companies or whatever are gonna try to. It's like the same thing with trying to give them the Bible and get them to believe in your cause. I feel like now this is like the new era of that, but with the internet for some places, it's kind of like you're still trying to influence them into your culture in some kind of way. Back then they had the Bible. Now it's the internet. So I mean, some people just don't want to be a part of that shit. And if they don't want to, I get it. Shit's crazy. It ain't for everybody. But yeah, that's it for that story. I think I did all that.
Sweet. I got to pee so bad.
My bad, sorry, dude.
No, you're good. All right, be right back, guys. All right, and we're back for the next topic of the night. So the next topic, I'm going to be talking about Elon Musk again.
Damn, Elon stories.
What he was talking about, how he made a comment about how Apple made a partnership with openAI to have ChatGPT integrated into their OS system.
Mm-hmm.
Because this past Monday, Apple had their worldwide developer conference keynote this past Monday, where they talk about all this new stuff, this new software that's going to be, for the iPhone and stuff, the new iOS 18, what's going to be in it. And I watched the whole thing, and the only thing that caught my attention, where I was like, this is kind of out of Apple's ball game, where I thought it was like a weird behavior for Apple to do this, was when they announced that they were teaming up with openAI to allow ChatGPT to be integrated into the iOS system. Where ChatGPT has access to your whole phone, everything. Not just an app on your phone no more. It's inside the whole software.
This is how it ends, folks. This is how it ends.
My head was like, my head blew up.
So you think this is a good idea, or?
When I heard that, right, I was like, dude, Apple is supposed to be like a clean company where they make their own shit, dude. Where they make their own AI system, not piggyback off something that's already been created. Because the big thing is security, basically.
Yeah.
Because Apple's known for having like a top-notch security. But when you allow these third-party companies to come in and you really don't know like the power of ChatGPT or OpenAI, you don't know the power yet, but you allow that type of software to be inside of the OS system for Apple, it's dangerous. It becomes dangerous like for us as far as like security goes.
Yeah. I wonder how much money they're expecting to make off of this combination.
Okay, let me just tell you what Elon said about this after Elon saw the whole keynote. Elon said, if Apple integrates with OpenAI at the OS level, then Apple devices will be banned at my companies. He said that is unacceptable security violation. So anybody with an Apple phone, like after they do the iOS 18 update, they can't have an Apple phone anywhere in his company because it's like a security violation. Okay. He says, and visitors will have to check their Apple devices at the door, and they'll be stored in like a Faraday cage, almost like you're going to a comedy club, right? You put your phone in like a cage. Yeah,
they did that when I was in the military. If you worked in like in a building that required you to have top secret clearance, once you get past like a security checkpoint, they have like lockers that you got to put your shit in. Like, hey, here's your little thing. You leave it in there. There's your lock number. You get it at the end of the shift because it's like so much top secret stuff is beyond this point. You ain't bringing nothing in there to. Right. Only thing that's gonna be recorded is gonna be security cameras.
Yeah, so it's saying like visitors, they got to put all their Apple phones in a Faraday cage. And then he said in another tweet, he said it's painfully absurd that Apple isn't smart enough to make their own AI, yet is somehow capable of ensuring that OpenAI will protect your security and privacy. He says Apple has no clue what's actually going on once they hand your data over to OpenAI. Then he says they're selling you down the river. And dude, I believe him. You know, Elon, he was a part of OpenAI from the beginning. And the whole project, right? It wasn't supposed to be a project where they're supposed to make money back. It was like a non-profit company. Mm-hmm. OpenAI is supposed to be free, like to the public, everything. So it was supposed to be that company, right? And then if you think about it, if it's supposed to be a non-profit, and then they're teaming up with Apple, is Apple paying OpenAI to use the software? Right. Like, what's happening?
For real.
Man, dude, it's crazy. I think shit is going to hit the fan after iOS 18 comes out. Because if ChatGPT has access to like our sensitive information, dude, it's a wrap. Because we don't know what the fuck ChatGPT is going to do with all that shit.
When is the update?
I don't know when it's going to drop. But I wouldn't update to 18. Just stay on 17 for now.
I be saying this all the time, man. I'm like, man, we be thinking like, we be watching like movies like, man, one day we're going to end up in this dystopian future. I'm like, man, we already in this shit, man. This is the beginning phase of it. This is getting kind of weird, man.
Yeah, it's happening, dude. And then people like in the comments trying to say, oh, Elon is just mad because, because he's not in the same company as OpenAI no more.
Yeah.
Something with Sam Altman or whatever, the CEO and shit. They said they had like some beef, like, oh, he's just pissed off. I was like, no, dude. Like, you really think like Elon is trying to make more money? I don't think he's trying to make more money like that. He's just trying to fucking warn us, like, dude, if you give AI like that type of access to, because how many people have Apple phones?
Yeah, a
lot in the world, dude. And then imagine if you give the whole data to an artificial intelligence that's really strong. Mm-hmm. It's a wrap, dude. They're gonna know all our weaknesses, and they're like, dude, we can control these kids. Easy.
Every last one of them.
Right, because there's like this other thing, right, where is to get people to keep arguing. There's this one post where this girl was saying she posted like a video on her TikTok, right? After she posted it, she had like a lot of comments like on her page, like everything that she saw. But then when her boyfriend looked at the video on his TikTok, it's completely different comments. You heard about that?
No, I haven't.
But it's comments that's tailored towards him. Like he get like the comments for him, and then she get the comments she see for her.
Okay, so it gives like comments that helps like to get them to engage with.
Yeah, to get them to engage, like stuff that would trigger you, but then another person wouldn't trigger them. They get a different set of comments.
Oh yeah, Twitter's definitely like that. Twitter, that's it. Shout out. As soon as I get to Twitter, I'm like, why is this shit on my timeline? I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get me to fight these and argue these motherfuckers online. I'm like, where's the comment book shit?
And then somebody else that saw that same post, right? They probably got a different set of comments that would make them mad to get them to engage.
Because the older to keep people coming back, you gotta get them to argue.
And then the crazy part is like the comments are not even made by humans; it's made by bots. So like, it's like the bots are creating. Even the bots are fighting against the bots.
Yeah, I saw that one time.
That's the crazy part.
I saw that one time. I saw like I think I don't know if I saw it like a meme or something, but it's like two bots going at it. Somebody was like Decepticons versus Autobots or some shit. It's like I was like, damn.
Yeah, it's like they're fighting themselves. It's like they don't even need us anymore, like to be arguing, because now they're arguing amongst themselves, and people don't even understand that. That's the wild thing about it.
They learned it from us.
Yeah, exactly. They learned that behavior from us. Like they got like data from the last 20 years of like humans being so bitter against each other and shit. Like they learned that behavior from us, and now they're acting the same way, which is. Could we blame them? We gave birth to them, right?
I heard this guy say like not too long ago. I can't remember what the hell it was on, but this guy was talking about how with AI, he was like, I don't believe AI would ever kill us. At least that's what he said. He said like, I don't think AI would ever kill us because it's only going to design what we want it to do, and it basically saying like the limitations that we have set on it. Or the limitations that's going to be on it. He's basically saying like that AI is not going to learn outside of what we teach it, and so if it's learning from us, it would never learn to kill us. I guess what he's saying. I guess that's the angle that he's trying to come from.
Like it's physically, like, you're talking about killing physically.
Yeah, or just like taking over humanity, or like actually doing any real harm to us. I guess that's how he's trying to come from, because he's like, the limitations that are set. If they're learning from us, then they would learn that we would not want them to kill us. And I guess that he's trying to say, if the saying is true that they learn from us, then they would know that we don't want to get wiped out by them, and so they would basically go off of that. It's kind of like a loophole for like a rule, or like the first law of robots is like not to kill man shit from like, I think that was like Blade Runner or some shit.
But the loophole behind that would be like, okay, let's say like they're not designed to kill man, but they can make man kill man, right? They can manipulate humans to kill each other. For example, with the whole false information stuff, if they have access to the internet, right, which they do, and have access to a lot of fake accounts, right, accounts that argue about whatever it is, whatever the situation is, right, and let's say like 1,000 bots disagree with this, right, and then the real humans start to see it, I was like, yeah, I disagree too. And then when they go out in public and they see somebody, like going against what they saw like on the internet, they would attack them, and then humans would attack each other. Humans would kill each other.
Hell yeah. Straight up.
So they're going to make us go against ourselves, basically, was what I'm saying.
Like, checkmate.
Like, that's their loophole. Like, oh, we can't kill you, but we can get you guys to kill yourselves. Like, we can get you guys to hate each other so much that you guys can make a bomb and just blow each other up.
And we don't have to pull we don't have to pull the trigger.
Right. We just talking shit online, getting people pissed off, right?
The choice is y'all hold your own destiny in your own hands, and y'all can either.
Right. Let me give it like an example of that in small form, because I know like there's this trend going on. I heard about it. It's going on with Chipotle, right? Where they say Chipotle is skimping out on giving people small portions now. So now they have people on TikTok where they would record the people making their food, putting the camera all up in their face to make sure they give them like the right amount of food, right? Mm-hmm. Because they saw this on the internet, they're saying, "Oh, Chipotle skimp out." So they go out in public and do the shit for themselves, and they're basically like harassing these employees working while they're just trying to work and shit. And then they got a freaking phone camera all up in their face and shit, like, "Oh yeah, hey, put more meat than that. Like you should know better." Blah blah blah. Just yelling at a dude making his damn burrito and shit. And then like the manager came out. The manager was like, "Hey, you can record, but don't get it in his face like that while he's trying to make your food." And then he got all loud. Yeah, he got all loud. I was like, yeah. He's like, hold me accountable. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the internet is it's creating these type of behaviors now because they see on the internet like, oh yeah, they're being cheap now, and then they go out in public and they do the same thing.
Right.
That's how powerful the internet is.
They have to realize too, this ain't the worker's decision to give you that much meat. This is like probably like take one scoop and one scoop only of whatever. Like don't do any more. Like that's probably company policy, man. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like don't take that shit on the damn employees, man. Like they're just going there to work a job. They can go home and play Skyrim. Bob says I saw one that had like a news camera, huge ass.
What? Just to watch to make the food?
Yeah, it was just, the internet is crazy, dude. Made people go out there fucking acting a fool out there.
See, this goes back to the whole Marubo tribe. See, this is why. If we ain't ready for the internet, what would we expect from them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. That's insulting too, man. Leave these people alone.
Yeah, but yeah, that's all I got with the Elon Musk. Trying to warn humans, like, dude, iOS 18, if ChatGPT is integrated into the software, yo, your shit is done. Your security, all your shit is toast.
Damn.
All of it, dude. Any private shit you got on your phone, that shit is it being sold out to OpenAI, dude.
Expose. Honestly, I thought that show was already. I always thought a lot of my information was out there anyway. I was like, damn.
It is, but like the whole full access of your phone now, like they could just walk around your phone like it ain't nothing wrong.
Right.
Because that's like the main thing, like with apps, like Apple, they try to make it safe to where they even ask you like, hey, would you allow these photos, all access to all photos?
Yeah.
Like, they implemented that like in like the software. If you're developing any app on Apple, it's mandatory for you to have that to where, oh yeah, you got to give them an option if they can get access to all your photos.
Sometimes you need to give them access to just to operate shit.
Right, and this is like the jurisdiction between like the apps and the iPhone. So there's still a wall. There's still a wall there, right?
Right.
But if you give the whole ChatGPT like access to the whole operating system, like they're in the system, that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, man.
They don't need permission to anything.
I know they always trying to find loopholes to get your information, because I even heard some shit before too with like your phone, of where cops legally cannot get access to your phone if they don't have access to your code, or if they don't get your PIN number from you. But if you have facial scan on, they legally can actually go into your phone. There's like a weird loophole with that. Like if you accept off of like, hey, I can do a facial scan on my phone, you're allowing like the police, if the time comes up where they need to go through your shit, they can get access to your phone. Like,
right.
Weird shit I've heard like that, man. Phones nowadays, like, to me, in my personal opinion, we are hitting the point where wallets are becoming obsolete now. This shit's kind of like fucking going out the
what?
Cause I got all my shit in my phone, like the wallet.
Oh, wallets.
Like, the wallet, like, it's becoming obsolete because, like, bro, I got everything on my phone, drive license, everything. I'm like, boom, 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 boom. I got it, everything. It's like that is my digital shit now, and that's how important this is. Like, hey, maybe this ChatGPT shit, you sure you guys want access to it? Because these phones have now become your wallets and your computers and your diaries and all your shit.
Got all my passwords, yeah.
Man, I got passports on this shit. Like, what?
Yeah, even though like it does sound cool to have like ChatGPT integrated into your iPhone where it can help you so much easier. Like one of the examples like they showed where they showed like a picture of somebody's mom, right? They're like, all right, like let's say you want to surprise your mom for her birthday. You can let the AI system redesign a picture of them into a cartoon form. And then you can send them that photo, which is using like stuff like Midjourney is using, where they can manipulate photos and make you look like a damn cartoon character, and it looks really cool and shit.
Right.
So that's like their selling point, like with this new AI integrated with Apple. Because I did felt like Siri on Apple was way behind like Amazon Alexa, and of course ChatGPT. And I think like they felt like they were so far behind, like the gap was so big as far as like AI like intelligence and shit. Apple's like, let's just go to the main one that has like the best information, or where we get like the best shit done.
Yeah, man.
And they went straight to the source, to OpenAI. Like, Hey, let's make a deal.
What's it saying? Like, you can't beat them, join them? Shit.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Like, fuck it, we'll surrender.
Like, we couldn't just have ChatGPT, just like an app on the phone. Now we have it inside the phone. That's scary.
Next stop after that, Neuralink.
No, it's in us now. We're like fucking androids. We don't even know it. We're just walking androids right now.
Don't even realize it, man. I remember Elon said that like years ago. He's saying like we're already living in the age of cyborgs because we always are attached to our phones because the relationship between machine and man, or like what makes a cyborg is like the connection that a machine has to a man and vice versa. And I was like,
it's
you're
happening,
right,
dude.
This is the beginning phase of us being cyborgs.
It's happening. Even like Terrence McKenna, which is like the godfather of like psychedelics and shit, before he passed away, he was talking about how in the future there's gonna be like an integration between like man and machine, where we can use machine to give us a world that we can only see by using psychedelics, but we're able to use a machine to show you the visualization of what you see in psychedelic trip. Right? It's going to be that gap. The gap is going to close to where you don't have to take medicine no more, aka mushrooms, to get into the psychedelic world. You're able to use technology to get you to that world without having to use any medicine.
Damn.
And it's getting there, very close. And he died a long time ago. And he said this like in the 80s, dude.
Damn.
Yeah, he was ahead of the game.
You must saw that shit on the trip.
Yeah, he saw it on the trip, dude.
He was like, oh my God, I just saw the
trips like in 70s and 80s. He's seen all these like computer circuit boards like connecting and shit. They're like, holy shit, we're going to be connected with computers in the future. Like mentally connected, dude.
Man, yeah. Like fucking on Star Trek, like the Borg, just a society that eventually machine and human became one.
Dude, it's so crazy how, like, our future, and then you can compare it to like Star Trek, right? And then like there's a lot of stuff like the Star Trek did, like to where we already surpassed a lot of that stuff. Like, as far as like with the technology.
Yeah, like cell phones. They said like a lot of people got like with the whole cell phone thing, the design of it. Yeah. I don't know how true this is, but I heard a rumor that came from like this design came from like Star Trek originally. The flip phone. Captain Kirk had it. Like,
they had that was all in their imagination.
Yeah. I'm over a Star Wars fan, but I think because I know there's like a beef between the community, Star Wars and Star Trek. I'm over a Star Wars fan, but I think Star Trek is a way smarter show. Like way smarter, man. They deal with like diplomatic shit and like, okay, we gotta come across a species of aliens who are like this. How like at least in the old school Star Trek. I don't know about the new ones, but the old school stuff with like Captain Kirk, they was like dealing with like diplomatic stuff. Like, okay, when you go to this planet, how can we integrate with these people and try to spread like either ideology or maybe get some resources from them? It was more of a smarter show on space exploration.
And then they like another thing is like I don't even think they had like any currency, you know, like they were just like doing their job because they were just doing their job.
The Federation.
Yeah, because there's like this one episode where they had the dude, I think it was Dana, the dude that's white, all white. Mm-hmm. I don't know his name,
Data,
but
Data,
like in one episode he plays like a violin, right? He plays it for like a group of people that's eating like in a dining area, and then they're like, "You getting paid for this?" Like, no, he doesn't get paid for that. Like this is what he do, you know. He's just doing this. There's no money system.
Right. And Data's a robot too, so he probably doesn't even need money.
Yeah, what do you need money for?
I don't need to eat.
Don't need that money. We don't need money too.
I don't know.
We just gotta come together, you know, as a community, come together.
Yeah, we can work together, man.
Yeah, I found like 7 apples.
Right.
What'd you find, Chris?
I found this pine cone.
All right. You sleep outside the tent tonight?
This one is a baby pine cone too. It's not even big.
Right. You outside the tent tonight? Imagine like that. It's like, all right, whatever you bring to the table, that's
what you bring.
All right, you sleep outside the house tonight.
I might just eat this pine cone, I guess.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, and then you got another story?
Yeah, I got a story, a crazy story.
All right, be right back, guys.
All right, man. So, man, it seems like American Airlines can't catch a break right now, man. They've been having some wild shit. I think lately they had American Airlines stewardess did like kicked off like 3 black dudes off the plane because they said they smelled, but the 3 black guys didn't know each other or something like that. So they're going through like a huge racist
Damn, so
moment
they
right
all
now on
smell?
American Airlines. Yeah, I guess like they said like 3 black dudes on the plane. Like I guess they picked them out. Like you guys smell, you can't ride on the plane. And now there's a big ass lawsuit going on for that shit. So American Airlines is under a lot of heat right now. But that's a story that kind of like is like front page news lately. But this is a story that's kind of been going under the radar at least like recently with American Airlines, where this flight attendant named Estes Carter Thompson III, 37-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, he was a flight attendant on one of the flights, and he was planting his cell phone camera in the bathroom, recording 12-year-old girls in there. So they immediately fired him. Yeah, I'm sorry. He recorded like a 14-year-old girl passenger on an airplane. So now the reason why this information wound up coming out is because this guy Estes Carter Thompson III, he was somehow his house got raided by the police or whatever. When if I remember correctly, and they found on his computer all these files of all this child Pino stuff. I'm talking about all types of stuff, including AI pictures of child Pino, and which I didn't even think that was even a fucking thing until I was reading an article about it. I was like, well, AI pictures of child Pino? I was like, Lord, man, they're gonna find a way, man. They always find a way. But so they found this all on his hard drive, but also they found on his hard drive was also the recordings of a couple of girls that were flying on. Actually, I think it might have been like 2 girls. I think it was. My apologies, I forget. But it's like a 14-year-old. I think it was like a 12-year-old. He had recorded in the bathroom on his plane on like while they was using it. All hell broke loose, and American Airlines is trying to sweep this under the rug. So much so that American Airlines they had an attorney to defend their case against themselves, and I guess the attorneys were like saying, "Hey, it's not our fault that we hired this guy, and it's not this guy's fault. It's actually the girl's fault." This is what the American Airlines attorney said. And said like it's actually the girl's fault because with the girls when they went to the bathroom, yeah, we get that they're minors, but they should have looked around their settings first before they pull their pants down and pee. That's what American Airlines lawyer said. So American Airlines had to come out. So a CEO from American Airlines had to come out and say like, that's not what the fuck we meant. No, and they got rid of that attorney I think too, and it was like, look, that's not what we meant. We're sorry.
You look before you sit.
Yeah, like, what kind of shit is that, man?
That is
American
wild.
Airlines. Who do y'all have on retainer, man? Like, come on. And so, yeah, and I actually know it was a 9-year-old girl too that he had recorded. And also too, they said that before she had sat down, she should have checked the laboratory to see if there was any cameras watching her. Says the former flight attendant is accused of luring girls to use the laboratory after taping his iPhone to the toilet seat. The 9-year-old girl's family flew from Texas to California on American last year and sued the airline after the FBI told them that videos of the girl were found on the flight attendant's phone. So I didn't go to his computer. They went to his phone and found all types of
Dude, how the hell you tape a whole iPhone to a toilet?
At first, I'm trying to figure out how he lured them little girls to the bathroom because I think they might. Were they flying by themselves? Family food? No, like you have like kids fly by themselves. I don't know what it is, but he lured them into the bathroom. Like, hey, go pee. Do you need to go to the bathroom? I'll take you over there. Damn camera set up on the corner with some damn duct tape. The fuck?
Damn.
Dude, this world scares me, man. I'm scared to have a kid sometimes. This world scares
I
the
was
shit
gonna
out of
say
me.
that too. Like let's not have kids.
Man.
Let's just die.
Yeah, it's just like just end this shit right now.
Just die.
Says in response to the lawsuit, American Airlines said in a court document that it would dispute the family's claim by showing that any injuries the 9-year-old girl suffered were caused by the girl's own fault and negligence, and basically saying that it was her fault, caused by her use of the compromised laboratory, which she knew she should have known contained a visible and illuminate camera device. So saying if she should have looked around and knew there was a camera there before she knew it.
No.
What you mean? That's
No.
Why you think that would fly in court is beyond me.
Like I don't even look at the camera or anything when we do like B&B and stuff. Dude, I go straight to the bathroom. I take a shit. I don't give a fuck.
And I be wanting to when I do Airbnbs. I be wanting to look around. I'm like, I gotta drop this deuce first because I've been holding.
I look around like, oh shit, there's a picture of a bear. That's cool. Oh, a camera. Oh, ignore it. No big deal.
But then you see, like, you look at the bear's eye closely. You see the bear's eye like following you, like
the bear eye gets red, like recording. Do.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I was like, Airbnbs, they probably got cameras in it. But I was like, if they want a peep show, I guess I ain't gonna go looking for it. Fuck it.
I wouldn't be
I'm not ashamed of my
surprised,
body.
man. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Man, sick people out there, man. So
Because
yeah, that's
it's like
American
if
Airlines.
Korea, like South Korea, right? If they're doing all that weird ass crazy shit with these young female girls on Telegram,
Mm.
and then over 200,000 people paid for that.
Yeah, and
There's
these
a
people,
lot of really bad people out there on the streets that's pretending to be good people,
man, they
and
could
that's
be
scary, you know.
they could be your kid's teacher, they could be your psychologist, they could be your cop, judge,
It could be your
attorney,
neighbor. It could be your
dentist,
your podcast
doctor.
co-host. It could be anybody. It could be it could be anybody, dude.
Right,
Your mailman, your
right,
coworker.
dude. That's a lot of people. Fuck, that's horrifying, man. You don't know like
It
who these
is,
people are
yeah.
affiliated with.
It's Earth.
It's like a
Earth
cult,
class
man.
is hard.
It is, man.
It's very hard. Yeah.
It's like a straight club, man. It's like a club for these people, and it's like a secret club. Only they know. Till one of them gets caught by
Yeah.
us. To us normies catch them. Wild, man. What the fuck? You're gonna try to blame that kid? Like, yeah, she should have looked. Yeah, her little ass should have looked around. You don't know what an iPhone looks like, dummy. That's basically what they're telling the kid. You're an idiot.
But how did they get caught though?
Oh, because that's what I'm saying. So I could never really find the origin of why the cops had to go through his phone, but or anything. But I wonder if like he was under investigation for something else, maybe. At least I don't remember seeing why they came up to his ass in the first place. Because at first the story came out back in 2023. It went on in 2023. Okay. Yeah, so he basically all said now he's raised on suspicion because I guess maybe one of the coworkers like saw him like doing something weird shit, or maybe somebody on the plane did. But somebody reported him being weird, which then caused the FBI to go and investigate. And that's when they got on his phone. They was like, "Oh shit, this dude got like child Pino stuff on there, and Pino from his job, like recording kids in the bathroom."
So is he in jail now?
Oh hell yeah, they talking about he might be getting life.
He's sharing that cage with Jared Footlong.
Yeah, man, be his bunk buddy.
That's cool.
Yeah, it
He got a
says,
lot of stories to tell.
Actually, he says he's charged with attempted sexual exploitation of children, carries a sentence of at least 15 years, not enough, up to 30 years, still not enough in prison. The charge of possession of child abuse material depicting of a prepubescent minor provides a sentence of at least 5 years and up to 20 years in prison. Damn, man, this should be soft on these motherfuckers, man. Y'all give people harder charges that do sell drugs and shit. Says both charges will provide up to a lifetime of supervised release, a fine of up to $250,000 for restitution. He gonna be out. He gonna be out. He gonna be out doing the same shit again until he kills a kid, and they gonna be like, "What happened? What went wrong?" The hell? This man's flying the friendly skies and trying to kiss some kid butt. Like, come on, man. Do they not sleep? Somebody just be up all night trying to find kids.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The hell, man. Kids are nasty. They have runny noses all the time.
Right? They can't even buy you a beer, bro. Come on.
For real.
But yeah, that's
All right,
it for that story.
That's it for that one?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to some lighter news.
Sorry.
You guys like Taylor Swift? Yay.
Yeah, she alright, I guess.
All right, so a mysterious shadow figure spotted while watching a Taylor Swift concert in Madrid. All right, so a fan in attendance at a Taylor Swift concert in Madrid captured a footage of an eerie shadow figure taken in the showroom of the stadium. The weird scene captured last month as the pop star performed at the stadium at Santiago. So this video, I read the article first before I saw the video, because when I read the article, I was like, oh shit, they got a spooky shadow figure at Taylor Swift concert. I was like, it has to be like some devil. I was like, oh shit, she has some evil shit on her concert, right? So it was mysterious to me. So I was like, oh shit, I'm glued now. So then, The video, it was posted earlier this week, but the concert was last week. And then it gained like millions of views. It went viral because of like this one video where it shows like a shadow like on top of like the stadium, where it's like a spot where nobody's supposed to be at. It's just like a lighted area, and then it shows like this figure like dancing and shit. So when I read the article, I was like, oh shit, this must be like real good shit. But then after I watched the video, I'm just showing you guys the video. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, what's up with this?
Let me show you guys the video real quick. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2.
No? Is he dancing?
It looks big, right?
Is he dancing?
Yeah, it just looks like a person like dancing, but
The internet was like, oh, he's a fucking
internet
demon.
was saying like, hey, it's a ghost, or they're saying, hey, it's an alien, but then like the
that shit
regular
was
people
fucking
was like, hey, that could be like a custodian, like out there on their break. He just
Jamming.
happens to be in the area he's not supposed to be at, and then he's just having a good time watching a Taylor Swift concert, right?
It could be, man. Thinking nobody's watching. It's like, okay, I'm by myself. I'm gonna just dance out.
Yeah, like, just watch it again. Like it's literally like just a dude. The only thing I can say like was kind of weird about this is how big it is compared to what the people around it. It might be a little bigger than a normal person, right?
He looked like a fucking super villain about to blow that bitch up. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, but to me,
All
it
the
looks.
Swifties here. Now's my chance.
Yeah, to me it looks like it's just a regular person standing up there
Right.
that's not supposed to be there. But
On a smoke break.
yeah. But they're trying to make it into something like a whole lot bigger. Like, oh, it's a mysterious stranger out there. It could be a ghost or an alien or
So did they?
who knows.
Did
To
they
me, it
find his
looks like
identity yet?
somebody on their break.
Did they ever find out the identity of the man or the person? Or
No, they never found out who it was.
Damn.
And Taylor, she had nothing to say about that.
Fucking tuxedo mask looking ass. It looked like a fucking superhero up there.
Tenendo in the chat. Tenendo says video cuts off. Any longer video? No, that's the longest one we got. Let me play it one more time for you if you just got here. Yeah, you can see like the shadow.
Swinging
Like,
them hips.
yeah, it
He's
was
like,
dancing.
oh.
Yeah, it was moving.
He's like, he was about to jam out, man.
Yeah, he's waiting for that drop.
Right?
He or she.
All
All right, I got another story.
Okay.
You guys probably might have heard of this one. So China, they're banning like people that post like excessive wealth display on social media.
I did hear about this. Yes.
Is that crazy?
It is.
So
I
people,
get why though. I get why.
yeah, I get why too. I think they're trying to slow their people down. They don't want people to get up to that status too.
I thought that, and 'cause I feel like I heard this story a while ago, but I don't know why I never even talk about it. But I think it was that. I think it's that, and I think the excuse they gave is because I think it was like, well, it causes depression to the people. They want their people to get depressed. I think that's what I heard. Like they say that's the reason why they're doing it.
Right.
But the reality might be that look, we don't want y'all thinking y'all can have dreams and be rich.
Yeah, then I was like, no more flexing. It's like, yeah, you can't flex no more because if you flex, you get banned. You know.
Like get out of here with that shit.
All right, so a popular Chinese influencer known for flaunting their luxurious lifestyles have disappeared from social media platforms due to government crackdown for display of wealth. So if you're like really wealthy and you're showing off all your wealth on social media, you're gonna get instantly banned by like the government in China, and they're like, nah, sorry, you can't show how wealthy you are no more.
He's like, man, it's 2024. This is not early 2000s. We're not doing cribs no more. Get out of here. Like,
dude, China, they play different. I kind of get it. And then there's like this one influencer named Wang Hanquan. He's known as the Kim Kardashian of China. He has been banned from social media for showcasing his lavish lifestyle, owning like 7 luxury properties, and he says he never leave the house without wearing over $1.4 million of clothing and jewelry every day. So you never see this guy like walking out of his house wearing less than $1.4 million worth of clothing and jewelry.
Damn.
And he got banned instantly. Yeah.
Nobody's robbed him? Shit.
Yeah, dude, come on. How many diamonds you gotta wear? You gotta put a lot of diamonds on you, man, to be like walking $1 million just walking around.
Man, fuck robbing a bank. Just kidnap his ass. Just shit.
Right.
That's probably it's a lot easier, I bet.
Like what are you wearing? That's like over $1 million.
Gotta be jewelry, man. Gotta be jewelry.
It's heavy, dude. That's heavy. Mm-hmm. You have like a damn ankle bracelet with diamonds on it. About stacking up them clothes.
Bro, I don't even feel comfortable having $5 in my wallet. I don't do cash. I don't even like having cash on me. So what the fuck?
Yeah. This dude got like ruby bands all over his neck and shit. Or who knows? Like, come on.
Got this. That shit was shit was a Chappelle show when he did Cribs. He's like, oh, I got this dinosaur egg and like cracked
dude.
Egg. Like,
he might have some dinosaur eggs.
Chopped up the dinosaur's neck. Oh, I made this chandelier's made out of chicken bones. Like it's like.
Yes, wow. So like China, they're really cracking down on that. They're for everybody that's like flaunting like their lifestyle, the rich and famous and stuff. They're banning all their profiles or all their accounts on every single social media, from their TikTok to Instagram or all that shit. And
this is China, right?
China. And then,
but they're the same one that wants TikTok to be in the U.S.? Well, whatever.
They made the TikTok for the U.S.
Yeah, it's a cyber war going on, man. That's all this is. It's a cyber war. Shit.
Yeah, it's crazy because like every country, every human being, like when they have money like that, they like to show it off. And they're like ways of showing it off. And then, like, let me give you an example. Like in Dubai, right? Most of everybody in Dubai is like really rich.
Man, yeah, bro. The Middle East is like that. It's just crazy.
Yeah, they're like really rich. So if they're all buying all these luxurious cars, right? Like Range Rovers, Lamborghinis, or whatever. Everybody has like the same car, right? There's no way for them to distinguish who has more money than each other, right? Because everybody has like money to buy these vehicles already, because the vehicles are already for them inexpensive because they're already rich. So man, you know what they do to distinguish who has more money than each other?
What?
This is crazy. If you look at the license plates, right? If you see a license plate with a number that's like has a lower number, that means they pay more money to have that license plate, to have that vehicle.
So they pay
money for the license plates, basically.
So pay to show a little bit more flex, like hey.
Yeah, it's a flex. That's all it is. It's like if you have like a Lamborghini, but the license plate is like 001 and shit, that means you're paying a lot of money for that license plates because you already have the car. Because let's say everybody has that car, but the only way to show that you make more money is you pay for the license plates that has that lower number.
Damn, but they got money to blow. They got money to blow like that, man. Because when I was in the Middle East, when I went over to the Middle East, like when I was in Kuwait, bro, like I found this out when I was in Kuwait. They would tell me like, man, like Kuwaiti citizens, and if you're a national of this country, off top you get like $10,000. This is the Middle East. Like off top, if you like your lineage is from this country, you get $10,000 once you get a certain age. And then off that, and that's when you just hit the ground running, and then you go and do what you want with that $10,000. Where other parts of the world, you ain't getting shit when you first get into this world. You might leave without shit either. So, right. But it's like, dude, you always people driving in like Ferraris and Maseratis out there and shit. And like, I remember when I was walking in like downtown Kuwait one time, there was this female that was a part of my group that I was walking in, and this Kuwaiti dude like rode up on a curb on a motorcycle, and then like they try to grab her by the hands, like trying to talk to her, like you just trying to spit some game to her. But it was like, man, the audacity, bro! You on a curb on a motorcycle, you just pull up and grab some girl who ain't even from here, and you don't know. You try to grab her by hand and try to take her with you, get on the back of my bike, shit. Like what? Like They had this weird out there, man. There's this next level shit.
Dude,
Of like
that shit is
mind
real.
and
That shit is real. Because I was
good.
watching this streamer on Twitch, right? It's like this white dude, I forgot his name. Jake and Bake. You ever heard of him?
No.
Yeah, he's dating like this Asian girl in China, right? She's like a model or whatever. So like they were doing like a live stream, and in the middle of the live stream, right? This Chinese dude, he comes off across from the street, or he jumps off his motorcycle, and then he tells like his girlfriends like, "Hey, I'll pay you. Come with me. I'll pay you, money for you to come with me."
Yeah.
In front of the boyfriend. So the
Yeah.
dude was literally trying to buy his girlfriend, like right there on the street,
Man, I've seen it. I've seen something like
live
that,
on
man.
Twitch. He was like, this dude was literally trying to buy his girlfriend on the streets
like-
in China, like in front of him.
I
He
just
didn't
think
he didn't care about the camera, nothing. It was like, hey, I got money. I'm gonna buy your girl.
So I'm like, I be one of those people like, I see why y'all do this, because y'all ain't got a lot of guns out here. You do this shit in America, y'all get fucking shot. It's like,
That shit is wild.
y'all have to get smoked out here in the street trying to do that shit. You better calm down.
Yeah,
Man,
it was
but
crazy.
yeah, dude, it's like the countries that got some mad money, like the Middle East got that because that's all oil underneath that land, man. So they got that money. The citizens are gonna get that money, and they drive these cars. They drive Maseratis like how people drive fucking Toyotas out here and shit. Like,
Yeah, like it's so
a normal
common for
thing.
them to have like all these luxurious cars. That's why the only other way to flaunt is to get that license plate number with the low number.
The next, just to really show off. Like,
Yeah, just to show off. Because I guess that's like human nature. It's to show off like that. Like, hey, I have
That
this
is,
amount of
man.
money. How can I show it off? But if everybody has this amount of money, right? And then they all have the same stuff I have. Like, what else can I do to show that I'm more higher than them?
right. His license plate.
Oh, he has a .01 license plate. Oh God, he
Like
makes
also-
way more money. And then meanwhile, you have a Lamborghini or Maserati with license plates number 699.
Yeah, imagine somebody out there that's got a Lamborghini, but they think they're struggling.
Right. And then like you're picking up some girl, right? She looks like your license plate's like, oh, 699. Oh, this guy's broke.
Oh, you want to make $1 million a year? Ew.
Like, oh, this guy. You make 15 million a year? No.
Get your dusty ass out of my face.
Get your dusty Maserati. And then she goes in a car, another Maserati with like a .0229.
Right? Same
Makes
exact-
like 30 million more than you make. It's like, yeah, here we go.
That's a different type of
I
struggle.
can take that ride. That is crazy, dude. And then
Oh man, your dad only owns 6 hotels? Ew. Like what?
6 hotels? Gross. Locally.
Okay.
Yeah, so like, well, like, what do you think about like the whole Chinese ban of like these people like flaunting their wealth?
It's oppressive. I mean, what? I mean,
Right.
like I don't know. It's if they want to see it, they want to see it. But when you're trying to run a country like that, the way they want to run it, like you can't let them have any type of inspiration outside of the shit they live in. You gotta kind of you do have to police that shit. So I mean, if that's how they run things over there, that's how they run things. I personally wouldn't want to live in a world like that where you got like put a cap on something simple as like, okay, I can't see how rich people are living. I mean, I don't watch rich people like that anyways, but if I wanted to, I should have the option, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're just trying to really control a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like if like a lot of like their workforce it involves like people doing like certain tasks that shouldn't be distracted by outside stuff. As far as like, hey, you should chase your dream. That shit is like, nope, psych. According to the system, you cannot chase your dreams.
You're gonna be like this forever.
Yeah, they want to keep you trapped. Like, nope, you wish you would want to chase your dreams. Bob says they learned that flexing from us, though. I bet.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. But I think China was always like that, dude.
It's kind of flaunting shit.
Yeah, China or any like Asian country that has like
Yeah, because it's always been like I see what you're saying though. It's never been like it's always been like this kind of like flashy type of stuff too with Asian culture. At least especially in China, I've seen like just like parades and shit. Oh, they show out.
They definitely show out. They do it on like a level like where we're like, holy shit, these guys are on next level and shit.
Man, hell yeah, they got some fancy shit.
Yeah,
Fancy
they
that
have a
shit.
lot.
But
They definitely have like a lot of structure like in their society or their community and stuff. But
mm,
I mean, if you think about it, like there's a lot of chaos within that structure too.
man, hell
Like
yeah,
is
boy.
with all that, there's still like another side to the whole story. It's not all good, like whatever we see on social media,
No, they got a
because
lot of
we really can't trust social media now. I
hell
learned that
no.
firsthand. Like,
Social media is kind of like you gotta take that shit with a grain of salt. Then, if you can remember, go back and look up what you just saw later to see if you could like, is this shit true?
yeah, you just never know, man.
I be seeing lies all the time. Like Morgan Freeman died. I'm like, I keep seeing that. I saw that shit the other day. I'm like, this shit. Oh, y'all still doing this?
Yeah, saw Joe Rogan
Em-
died like 10,000 times
I
in the
saw that
last
too.
five
Joe Rogan
years.
died. I saw Eminem die recently. I was like,
Yeah, everybody
that's
died.
that's like the early days of like Facebook too, when
Michael
people used to fall for that
Jackson.
shit. And I'm surprised. I'm so surprised they're still trying to make that a thing. Like lie about celebrity deaths. Because back then it's like I remember like I felt for Eminem died like 15 years ago on Facebook, and I was like, what? And then I was like, oh,
It's
you know
for
what?
clicks, dude.
And that's
Everything
all
is
it was,
about
man.
clicks,
After
dude.
that, I was like, from now on, I'm gonna start googling shit. If I see it on social media, I'm googling it. I'm gonna look it up somewhere else.
Yeah, cause I did. I saw some shit like prematurely, right? And then I text the group chat and they're like, "Nope, wrong." What's her name? The girl that lives in Europe, not Europe, England, or Katie Holmes, not Katie Holmes. The princess,
Oh, Kate Middleton.
Kate Middleton. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. They're like she died, and I was like, I went straight to a group chat like, "Hey, Kate Middleton died." Bob was like, "No, the fuck she didn't die." I was like, "Goddamn!" Like maybe I should have looked it up. Like maybe I should have went on Yahoo, right?
no, they sent out the clone. She died. They just sent out the clone.
Yeah. That threw me off. So I was like, okay. I can't just get information. Just start
What's
yelling,
wrong with it?
right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I think what's his name was talking about that. Um, damn, what's his name? Denzel Washington. He
Oh
was like,
yeah,
it's like yeah, like people that they. It's not about like getting the right news. It's about getting like the news and who can never say it the fastest.
yeah.
Like
That's all it
spitting
is.
out the
Nobody's
news
trying
the
to like,
fastest.
cause trying to find the truth takes time. Everybody's trying to beat each other to the punch.
Right. Everybody's just trying to get the information there as fast as they can. It's like, oh, did you know so and
I
so
blame
died?
that. I blame that shit on TMZ because TMZ's always been fast with some news, and now it feels like everybody's got to rush to find out shit.
There it goes, man. Everybody want to be the first, right?
Instead of actually
Because it'd
taking a
be
step
like,
back.
hey, did you
That's why like
know so and so died? Like, oh yeah, I heard about that 30 minutes ago. And then you're like, fuck, how to get that
yeah,
shit
man.
before me,
Like fuck.
right?
Yeah, because there's been times too where I hear something like, especially when it comes like sexual assault allegations, they're like so and so sexual assault, so and so. I'm like, everybody's gonna jump out the window on social media and pick sides. I was like, I'm gonna wait to hear more evidence because I don't want to be wrong about this shit and about how I feel about this. Like, let me just see how this unfolds, see what evidence is brought forward. But meanwhile, everybody trying to rush to judgment. I'm like, man, y'all better slow down.
Yeah.
That's a bad habit.
You got
Everybody-
anything else?
Nah. Unless you're ready to wrap it up, I really ain't got nothing else.
Yeah, that's all I got. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Next week we're gonna do the show. You said Saturday.
Yes, we'll have to do it by training the
Next,
22nd.
the Saturday
Yeah.
after next.
So the 22nd. Yep, it'll be 22nd. Yep. Today's the 11th. Yep. So Saturday after next. Yes, sir.
All right, so our next show is gonna be on the 22nd next week. Next week.
All right. Sorry, guys. I got work shit I gotta do. I
It's all
apologize.
good, man. It's all good.
I'm trying to grind.
That means like on the 22nd we can have a big show.
Do it. 22nd.
There it is.
There we go. I'm gonna get some drinks too, cause I'm off that day.
There you go. All right. We'll see you guys on the 22nd next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.